Get ready for some serious metal magic. Forging and metal shaping machines are seriously mind-blowing. Oh, they're mesmerizing, super satisfying, and plain awesome to watch. Let's dive into our top 15 must-see forging machines, starting with the real star of the show, number 15, heavy-duty hammers. These powerhouses deliver gigantic, bone-rattling blows that kickstart the entire forging process. Now, let's talk about what makes those massive tools tick. When you're dealing with huge metal pieces and heavy-duty construction blocks, regular hammers just can't cut it. You need a powerhouse that packs an insane amount of energy to shape them correctly. That's where the incredible Schuller Group comes in. Boasting the world's heaviest counter-blow hammer, capable of delivering a massive 1,400 kilojoule force, equivalent to a whopping 4,000-ton forging press. This beast can handle any metal part under 6,000 pounds or 2,700 kilograms. Next up, at number 14, we've got the Precision Machines from Germany, renowned for their state-of-the-art engineering and top-notch forging equipment that's setting new standards in the industry. Let's dive into the world of precision craftsmanship. BGH Edelstahl is a master of forging technology. They've been perfecting this art for ages. Using open die techniques, their heavy-duty hammers can shape metal into massive bars, weighing up to an astonishing 30 tons. But that's not all. Modern machines have taken it to the next level with hydraulic forging presses and intense compacting forces. The result? Flawless, mint-conditioned metal pieces and parts that are just pure perfection. Moving right along at number 13, we've got Sorelforge making waves in Canada. This powerhouse of a company is dominating the local industry with its cutting-edge open die steel forging mechanism. Their processes are so renowned that they're setting new standards for precision and quality. Talk about leaving the competition in the dust. Get ready to be amazed by Sorelforge's incredible capabilities. This Canadian powerhouse is all about churning out top-notch quality forged bars, and they've got the machinery to back it up. With in-house melting tech, they can heat and forge massive metal chunks weighing a whopping 9,000 pounds or 7,000 kilograms. That's one huge steel monster. Their heavy-duty hammer then gets to work, shaping rectangular and round bars into industrial-grade perfection. The result? Impeccable tools and equipment that'll get the job done. And now, at number 12, we're shining the spotlight on long steel bars. Ever wondered how those gigantic metal beams end up on construction sites? It takes a whole lot of elbow grease to craft the perfect round diameters on these steel giants. From melting to shaping, it's a precision process that requires skill and patience. But trust us, it's worth it for the ultimate in strength and durability. Let's talk precision. With a behemoth of a hammer, skilled craftsmen at Sorelforge take on the task of flattening out steel bars one side at a time. But here's the thing, this process can't be rushed. After each side is perfectly flattened, they're carefully cut into smaller chunks, allowing the elongation process to begin all over again. And that's where attention to detail comes in. One tiny mistake could throw off the whole operation and lead to some serious issues. That's why it's crucial to have experts on the job, like those at Czech Precision Forge's Z number 11, who know exactly what it takes to get it just right. Meet Czech Precision Forge, the pros who take precision forges to a whole new level. This powerhouse company is all about crafting custom metal masterpieces, whether it's closed die or open die forging. But what really sets them apart? They're not just a one-stop shop, they're a full production house. From designing and building their own forging tools to doing on-site heat treatments, they've got total control over every single step of the process. And don't even get us started on their limits. Anything from super lightweight aluminum tools to massive steel behemoths weighing up to 8,800 pounds, that's 4,000 kilograms for our metric friends, is fair game. So, let's give it up for Czech Precision Forge and move on to number 10's rectangular bars. Get ready to meet the straight-up contrast to round metal pipes or rectangular bars. These aren't your average go with the flow metal shapes. They're forged to be tough, resilient, and super strong. It's no wonder most manufacturers choose forging for their metal processing needs. When heat meets extreme pressure, magic happens. Metals get molded into the perfect shape, their grain aligning in a way that creates an incredibly precise internal structure. But let's dive deeper. What really matters with square and rectangular bars is their length and net weight. How long can one bar stretch, and how much does it weigh? These details make all the difference when it comes to designing and using these powerful metal tools. The amazing thing about metal bars is that different types of metals come with their own limits when it comes to length and size. Carbon steel and alloy steel, for instance, can stretch up to an incredible 220 inches or 5.5 meters. That's as long as a school bus. And they can weigh a whopping 60,000 pounds or 27,000 kilograms. But if you're working with more exotic metals like stainless steel, nickel, or super alloy, things get a little different. These bars are generally shorter, topping out at around 60 inches or 1.5 meters, and their maximum weight is significantly lower, coming in at about 15,000 pounds or 6,800 kilograms. And then there's the square and rectangular blocks, essentially long, flat pieces of forged metal that get precision cut using lasers to ensure they're perfect for whatever project you've got in mind. Now, let's talk about how these metals are transformed into super useful bars. When they're heated to an insane 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit, that's like seriously hot. Around 800 degrees Celsius, their internal structure changes, making them more malleable and easier to shape. This heat treatment lets us manipulate and mold the metal into all sorts of shapes and sizes. And it's no wonder rectangular bars are in high demand, since they can be used for so many different things, from massive bridge building projects to ship construction and marine ventures. Plus, they can also show up in oil fields, medical settings, or even as parts of trailers, walkways, and ramps. It's amazing what these versatile metal pieces can do. But there's more to explore, so let's move on to gear forging. Number 9 on our list, gear time. Every day, factories around the world crank out all sorts of gears in various shapes and sizes using different techniques: casting, forging, and even extrusion. But it takes some serious precision work to get those intricate curves and custom round shapes just right. Before we can create a specific casting, we've got to heat up the metal to set it up for its big transformation. This initial heating process is called blanking, where our gear gets its first step towards becoming something awesome. After that, huge hammers start pounding away on long, wide cylinders of metal, squishing them down into the perfect length and width, all in preparation for their ultimate gear-tastic destiny. Get ready for some serious gear-smithing magic. Next up in our gear-making journey, we've got a smaller hammer that's just the right size to create that signature hollow inside our little gear. It's like a tiny hole punch, but instead of paper, it's making a hole in metal. Once that's done, it's time for some serious shine and precision with polishing and shaping. But what about those bigger gears? Well, they need a bit more TLC. We add extra metal to give them the width they need, kind of like building with Lego blocks, but with super hot steel instead. And then there's casting. Oh boy, this is where things get really cool. We take hot metal and slam it under these incredible hammers that have crazy accurate details etched onto them. As those powerful tools come crashing down, our gear starts taking shape and form right before our eyes. The possibilities are endless when it comes to gear shapes. With these incredible forging machines, we can create any shape or design, from super cool helical gears with fancy notches to smooth and sleek spur gears. And let me tell you, once these steel tools are forged, they're ready to tackle some amazing projects. From teeny tiny pocket watches that keep perfect time all the way up to massive vehicles and automation equipment, the applications are limitless. Before we dive into more cool gear facts, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss our next video. And if you're curious about the companies behind these incredible machines, be sure to check out number 8 in our countdown, Anyang Forging Manipulator. This Chinese powerhouse, Anyang Forging Press, is a global leader when it comes to designing and manufacturing top-notch open and closed die forging machines. Talk about precision engineering. Let's take a closer look at Anyang Forging Press, the Chinese powerhouse that's making waves globally. From its roots in China to supplying over 60 countries worldwide, this company has truly gone from strength to strength. Their impressive range of forging equipment includes game changers like the CNC hydraulic die forging hammer and the steel bar shearing machine. Talk about precision and power. But what really sets Anyang Forging Press apart is their open die machine, which boasts one seriously powerful heavy-duty hammer. With an innovative arc and bridge design, this beast has a 10-ton capacity and can deliver an astonishing maximum energy of 490 kilojoules. That's not all. Its clever design allows it to shape and size metal with ease, making it the go-to tool for a wide range of projects. Let's dive into the fascinating world of forging techniques. You might be wondering what sets open die and closed die forging apart. Well, it all comes down to power and machinery. In open die forging, less force is needed because the metal isn't confined or held in place, allowing the hammer to stamp it freely. On the other hand, closed die forging uses pressure to compress the metal into a specific shape, kind of like shaping clay with your hands. This technique is super versatile and is used to create parts for big machines like cars, tractors, and agricultural equipment. Now that we've covered these two techniques, let's move on to our next company, Francini-Acau Pipes. Get ready to meet Francini-Acau, a powerhouse in the forging industry. This Italian manufacturing sensation is crushing it globally by transforming raw metal into top-notch tools and equipment for power generation and more. From generators to mechanical masterpieces, this company has mastered the art of precision, taking on even the toughest steel pipes and ingots with ease. You know, what's particularly impressive? Their ability to craft pipes that serve different purposes, whether it's a generator, motor, or rotor shaft. And let's talk about large pipes. For a sec, they're not just hard to make, but also require laser-sharp attention to detail and unwavering determination. Let's dive into the process of crafting those massive pipes we talked about earlier. When making long and extended pipes, manufacturers have their go-to materials: stainless steel, nickel alloys, or super duplex steel, the superheroes of the pipe world. First, these metals are sandwiched between upper and lower dies. Then a heat and pressure mold is brought down to give them the desired shape. Next up, the star of the show, the forging hammer. This powerhouse unleashes an incredible amount of force onto the heated metal, pushing it down and shaping it into a smooth, round exterior, pure precision at play. Now that we've got our pipe's main body shaped up, let's add some finishing touches. Literally. The next step involves adding those crucial details and giving the ends of the pipe a polished look. But wait, what if we want to create custom shapes or smaller diameter pipes? No problem. The forging hammer comes in handy again, this time focusing its force on specific areas of the metal. So why is forging such an amazing process? For starters, when heavy-duty hammers are brought into play, they create seamless and almost flawless alignments along the length of the pipe. Talk about precision engineering. As a result, we end up with super strong and reliable products that you can count on. And if you're all about getting the right size, Forging's got your back, as it's the top choice for sizing like a pro. Let's dive into the awesome benefits of forging. Not only does it enable the creation of unique shapes and sizes, but it also saves you cash in the long run. That's right, forging is all about smart. cost-efficient ways to bring your ideas to life. Now, let's meet Muratora Company, a powerhouse in Japan's Osaka that specializes in small-caliber steelwork. Since 1992, this incredible company has been producing top-notch products and tools for an array of industries. Think ring gears, crankshafts, and so much more. With their cutting-edge forging machines, Muratora can whip up any small-sized tool or equipment you need, making them a game-changer in the world of manufacturing. Now, let's talk about Muratora Company's secret sauce are their variety of techniques that guarantee top-notch results. For instance, if you're after some serious ring gear action, they fire up their massive hydraulic press machines. Starting with humble square timbers, these powerhouses transform the metal into a perfect gear shape by rounding out those edges. But wait, there's more. If ring forges and tools are what you need, Muratora whips out their closed die forging machines. Think of them as giant metal molds that heat up your steel to perfection. Then, using these elongated ring-making metals, they push down on the sizzling hot steel with incredible force. Voila, perfectly hollow and awesome-looking ring forges. But here's where things get really cool. Muratora Company can create seriously unique shapes using their large hydraulic presses. Whether you're looking for dumbbell-shaped shafts or elongated pipes, these powerful machines can pound out any round form you desire. And let's not forget about those massive steel coils. They may look easy to make, but trust us, it takes finesse and precision to get them just right. It all starts with carefully heating metal bars until they're nice and pliable, then placing them on a roller that leads them to those cylindrical rolls. As the bar moves along the roller, it's gently flattened into the perfect coil shape. Talk about precision engineering. Now we get into some seriously cool techniques. Imagine taking a round or flat bar and squeezing it into the perfect shape using these cylindrical rolls. As the heated metal passes under the rolling hammers, they gently but firmly push down on both ends, narrowing that 8.5-inch wide bar all the way down to just 1.5 inches. That's some serious transformation right there. The rolls keep rotating as they work their magic, gradually molding the metal rod into its final shape. And here's what's even more amazing. After this flattening process, hot coiling needs to happen pronto. The newly thinned steel is now ready to take on its ultimate form, and we get to see it all come together in some seriously impressive ways. And there's the coiling process. It's like a metal transformation magic trick. The final act involves feeding the newly shaped steel under an automated roller that skillfully winds it into perfect coils. With one last cool down, these babies are ready to roll out and start their next adventure. But we're not done yet. Folks, up next is another incredible manufacturing marvel: steel balls. You might have seen them rolling around in high-tech gadgets or machinery. But did you know the Shandong Areta Company is a 40-year-old Chinese powerhouse when it comes to forging these perfectly spherical precision pieces? They're the real deal, and we can't wait to dive into how they make This Chinese manufacturer, Shandong Areta, is a global steel ball sensation. Their products are in over 120 countries worldwide. With such high demand, they've got to deliver top-notch quality every single time. So, how do they make these ultra-precise steel balls? They've got 4 non-stop hot, rolled production lines running day and night, churning out batch after batch of their merchandise. It all starts with a massive raw material rod that gets heated to the right temperature. Once it's nice and warm, the next crucial step is to carefully chop the rod into smaller pieces, rounding off any rough edges in the process. We're getting closer to those perfectly spherical steel balls. Now we're talking precision engineering. For Areta's top-grade grinding balls to be truly awesome, they need to be super consistent. Same hardness all over and a perfect spherical shape. That's why they've invested in cutting-edge reheating tech and a system that ensures each ball gets the exact right amount of heat treatment. As these balls start taking shape from those heated rods, they undergo multiple hardening sessions to reach peak performance. And just like that, with their unique rehardening and shaping process, these steel balls get an incredible boost in wear resistance. Talk about built to last. But wait, there's more. What happens next in this manufacturing magic? Now let's dive into how these precision tools get their specialized features. You see, most metal gear and machinery require a specific design and structure to function just right. Unlike some forging methods that rely solely on machines and hammers, adding details like notches often needs a human touch. Think of it as the artist's brushstroke in metalwork. For instance, pipes like those used for plumbing have these strategic notches, helping secure parallel attachments and keeping things perfectly aligned. When we're working with smaller tools, nifty notchers can get the job done easily. But when we're talking massive hot metals, we need top-notch attention to detail. No room for error here. After those powerful hammers shape the metal pipes into just the right length and width, it's time for the skilled hands to carefully align and craft each notch with precision. Here's how it goes down on a construction site. A worker positions themselves next to the red-hot metal, then carefully places a slender metal rod right on top. As the hammer comes crashing down, it presses this thin rod into the lead pipe, creating an indentation that mirrors its shape. This process is repeated multiple times until voila, a perfectly symmetrical notch forms all around the pipe. And that's how you get the desired equipment. Now let's switch gears and talk about Sumitomo Heavy Industries, another powerhouse in Japan known for producing top-notch products with a stellar work ethic. Let's dive into Sumitomo Heavy Industries' impressive history. This Japanese giant was founded back in 1960. Since then, they've been cranking out large-scale tools and precision machines that deliver flawless results. Boasting 3 different types of forging presses, Sumitomo can produce a wide range of daily casts and products with ease. Their smaller presses, packing less than 2,500 tons of force, are perfect for crafting compact goodies like connecting rods, tiny gears, and handy tools, all thanks to their remarkable accuracy and productivity. Now, step up the press game with medium-sized machines, and you get a whopping 4,000-ton force that can shape larger parts such as crankshafts, pinion shafts, and even knuckles. But wait, there's more. Sumitomo Heavy Industries' massive machines can produce elongated forged parts in a variety of shapes and sizes, thanks to their wide beds and long strokes. Talk about flexibility. With an even bigger punch, their 6,000-ton force presses can shape gigantic crankshafts that power ships and cars. But Sumitomo's not just stopping at shaping and forging. They're also masters of twisting and coining hot metal into unique designs. Using advanced hydraulic presses, they can apply top-notch restriking forces to mold the steel into precise shapes. Let's take a closer look. Number 1 on their list is spiral bending. Watch as these machines work their magic. Now let's get creative. We've seen some pretty cool shapes come out of forging machines. Rectangular bars, round pipes, and flat gears. But today we're going to talk about something truly unique: twisted metal rods. That's right, with spiral bending and metal heating. Sumitomo's forging process can produce seamless and flawless twisted metal pieces. But don't let the end result fool you. Each step of this process requires precision and attention to detail. Unlike massive metal projects that need heavy-duty open die hammering, twisted spirals can be crafted using rolling hammers, which are a bit more precise. So, how do they make these spiral wonders? It all starts with heating up the metal to just the right temperature. Let's dive in and see what happens next. Get ready to see some serious metal magic. It all starts with these long, thin metal rods. They're carefully loaded into heating compartments where they get transformed into scorching hot steel. Once they reach the perfect temperature, the rods are pulled out one by one and placed onto a metal casting. As the hot rods wrap around the steady base, A powerful rolling hammer takes over, giving it a smooth, steady squeeze. With each roll, the molten metal conforms to the desired shape until voil. A perfectly twisted spiral metal rod is born. The finished product then gets a cooling break before it's shipped off to its next adventure. The best part: the size and length of these twisted metal wonders can be totally customized to fit